All right, let's wait for a couple people to get in. So, Robert, you've been like so into this, like so pumped.
Yeah.
All right, let's wait for a couple people to get in here, and then gotta take something on my phone here.
Be right back.
All right. Who's that on the echo? It's kind of crazy. Anyone hear that echo?
I think we all have it.
Nothing else we can do. Then. No, exactly. No.
What up, Mitch?
Well, at least we're playing well. I said at least the Phillies are playing well.
Amen to that. Amen to that. What's up, Mitch?
Not much.
We getting this cracking?
Ah, shit. Sorry about that.
All right. Greg, you have an echo on your end?
Yeah,
I mean, I hear a bunch of sounds, but I'm not really worrying about it.
All right, let's just get it started, guys. So, who's ever here right now, what's up? My name is Mitch. You guys probably know since you're here. So, I'm planning on doing a Sixers roundtable 2 times a month. I'm planning on it so we can introduce more people to the community and whatnot. So, Robert, why don't you kick us off? Introduce yourself. Just tell us about your channel, man. Start off.
So obviously my name's Robert. I also do a podcast with the same name. So I also have that on Spotify. But at this point I didn't realize how far my channel was going to be and what directions that's going to be in. I'm just doing it for the fun of it.
That's how we all start, pretty much. That's why I started 6 years ago.
But like my recent, everybody loves my Phillies videos. So again, I'm getting a lot of views on that. At least I think 2 hit triple digits.
Nice, dude. How long you been doing YouTube?
God, I had my channel since 2011.
You've been making videos that whole time, or?
This is my first time actually making videos.
Good, dude. Good. That's good.
Like desperate times, I need to get 1,000 subs to make some money.
Hey, bro, you're speaking to the choir. You are preaching to the choir. Don't even worry about that. It'll come though, man. It'll come.
Oh yeah.
All right. What about you?
Oh, my name is Key, and I'm also in the building. So I do follow all the Philly sports, whether it's Sixers, Flyers, Philly, Eagles. Um, I just started my YouTube channel. You know, I had the channel for a while, but I just started recording the videos last 4 months or so. And also, I'm a part of another group, Spotlight Sports Network. We all work under the network, but we all have our own channels. It's like nine. It's like nine of us, but I'm the one that cover Philly sports.
Nice.
All right. And Greg, I'm pretty sure we all you've been on my channel like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, what's up, Golf? What's up? Thanks for coming in the chat and immediately talking shit on me. I appreciate that.
Oh
My
wait,
name
he
is Greg
changed his
Melly.
name? I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, Golf. He does it all the time. All the time. My name's Greg Melly. I am an actor. I am a comedian in New York City. I'm from Philly, born and raised. I've been doing YouTube for about 4.5, 5 months now. Almost at 700 subscribers. I just had my biggest video last week, which was pretty cool. It did well. I was excited to see that. I try to make a video every single day. My channel is all Sixers stuff. It's all NBA stuff, but mostly Sixers stuff. I'm a huge, huge basketball guy, so I stick to that.
Yep. All right. So actually, Greg's been killing it. I met him like what, 4 or 5 months ago, I think. When you first
Basically,
started.
immediately when I started, it was almost as soon as I started.
And I'm like, dude, I love the talent. Not a lot of people show enthusiasm in their videos or like show like their knowledge, and you have both in it, bro. You got
Thanks,
both.
I appreciate it. I see YouTube as like, look, I hear you, Robert. I want 1,000 subscribers really bad because I want to make some money, obviously, you know. But I also look at it like it's kind of therapeutic, you know. Like I kind of just like be myself, and like if people like it, they like it. If not, whatever. Give me a dislike. I've had my fair share.
On my podcast, I already have it monetized.
Oh, there you go. So you already know. You're a step ahead of me.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, because I use it on the Anchor app, which is owned by Spotify.
Okay. So let's just get started with the game last night.
Yeah, Anchor's good.
I just want to get this out of the way right now. Paul Reed needs more minutes. Greg, you made a video, but you called it. You called it like a couple months back. So
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, because he really got something, bro. He's got something.
I think what Paul Reed is so good with, honestly, is just energy, man. He brings crazy energy, and like defensively he wants to be a good player, but his problem is like he is just not consistent enough yet. And Doc has said that time and time again, why he's not giving Maxey minutes, why he's not giving Paul Reed minutes. They just aren't consistent enough. So like I understand that, and coming from a coach that is of Doc Rivers' caliber, he doesn't value rookies over veterans. So I mean that's why Mike Scott's getting those minutes. And Paul Reed makes some bonehead plays when he's in. I won't lie, but like you do look at him and you see his potential and you get excited.
Yeah. Because I was watching some highlights in the G League. Like, he's got more confidence than most of the players in the NBA, I feel like. His confidence
Yeah, a
is
lot.
through the roof.
Especially his age. And I mean, look at where he was the 58th pick in the draft, man. Like, that's a story as is. The fact that he's already getting playing time, that's an accomplishment. And out the mud, you know what I mean? He lives through that story, that narrative, and he seems to embrace it. But Mike Scott didn't have a terrible game. He didn't really have a terrible game last time. He hit 3 threes, was it? I mean, the biggest problem, man, is Korkmaz. Like, he's seriously the biggest thing to this team. Like, he's the worst player in the NBA. I'll take 399 players before I take him.
I'll take 400 over Mike
Right, I
Scott.
want to add a little something. I did rip into Furcon in one of my Sixers videos. Like with him, he's inconsistent.
Oh, dude, he's the worst. My thing with Cork is, dude, his title is a spot up shooter, but every game it seems like he's 1 of 7, 1 of 8, 2 of 9. If your number one thing is shooting and you can't shoot, and you're the worst defensive player I've seen in Philadelphia in years, what is it that you bring to this team? And Doc Rivers sees it, but like, we don't have anybody that we can play over him. There's no one we can play over him. So we just have to rely on him getting
I
minutes.
cringe every time he gets. I cringe every time he gets the ball and dribbles.
Every single time. He looks like he has never lifted a weight or trained for anything in his life.
No, he looks like it's all water weight.
Yeah, he's just like this.
You know what's crazy?
Skinny
Like when he
fat
goes
guy.
overseas to play for his country, he's a point guard.
Ugh, God. Oh my God. What is it? It's Turkey, right?
Yeah, I think it's Turkey.
They're probably the worst national team ever. I might just go to Turkey, get some type of citizenship, and start playing for them. Because that man is atrocious. Atrocious.
It's the same with Mike Scott. I don't know why the hell do we still have him.
I think it came down to like the point where we couldn't get rid of we just couldn't get rid of him. Like no one wanted him. Like in a trade, another team has to agree to it. You know what I mean? And Mike Scott's making $5+ million. There's no way. There's no way anyone's gonna take that.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. But
I think we're all echoing.
Greg is not. I am a little bit.
Hey Samuel, what's up? Nikki Golf, what's up, fellas?
All right.
Golf just talking shit
So,
immediately.
something else I took from the game last night. Tobias and Paul Reed, I'll throw Jake Millen in there. They were all trying. Where were the other players? Were they all tired? Were they all just like, it's the Grizzlies, so we're not going to try as hard?
I think they would be tired because they're coming off a back-to-back.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
read
an
that Doc
excuse,
Rivers
though, I
was.
feel like. Because
Doc Rivers
how many
complained to the
back-to-backs are
league.
there in the NBA season?
What's up?
I feel like that's not an excuse for back-to-backs. Because how many back-to-backs are there in the season?
I think it's an excuse because they just went on a 6-game road trip. Doc Rivers just said the fact that the team was exhausted when they got off the plane to get into the game last night. And Doc Rivers was like, I knew we were going to lose that game. He's like, he didn't have any blame to any player because he was just like, they're all dead. Like, they're human beings, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we're all human.
Right. I'm not mad at the game last night. I'm not. I actually took a lot of positive signs from it. I think the third-string unit played really, really well. I think Shake Milton is becoming extremely consistent. Tobias Harris obviously balled out. Would have given us 30 if he didn't, basically sit the whole fourth quarter.
And that's the thing, too. Shake, he kind of reminds me, like, he's playing like how Lou Williams was in the playoffs. Because he's giving me a deck. He says, because I started getting to the Sixers in about the AI era.
Yeah. It was a good era to get into.
Yeah. But I think it's like, I think.
Oh, Mitch throwing shit around.
So, Key, any other thoughts about the game last night? Anything besides they sucked and everything?
I mean, I didn't really watch it because I just thought it would have been competitive. I understand it was tired. I mean, you still can't blame that still can't be an excuse to this playing teams that go out here, come off a back-to-back and still play. It seems like Tobias is the only one that showed up. Shake still has his moments where you see him coming off the bench and he's okay. Like he put up 27 a couple days ago. He did okay last night. He has to be on the floor when Ben does not shoot or don't want to play because he can't handle the ball. So you have to have Shake on the floor with Ben. So
no, you don't.
Tobias is going to be Tobias and get his numbers.
But we don't the Sixers are in first place, guys. Like, I'm tired of Philadelphia fans like bitching and complaining about every single loss. Like, I'm sorry we can't go 49-0. Like, Shake Milton has been nothing short of amazing this year. He's one of the most
last year.
He's been the most consistent guy on the team. He comes off the bench, he gets the most irregular minutes, and every single game he gives us the most out of it. I have nothing but the ultimate respect for that guy. And with Ben Simmons, like, when the team is healthy and there's Joel Embiid, who, believe it or not, guys, is a pretty good basketball player, is on the court with Ben Simmons, it makes Ben Simmons a better player. Like, we don't need Ben Simmons to shoot. Like, I'm so sick and tired of Sixers fans saying Ben Simmons needs to shoot. Bro, we're going for a playoff push. We're the number 1 seed in the league in the Eastern Conference. What we're doing is working. Doc Rivers tells Ben Simmons this is what we need, and Ben Simmons goes out and does it. We don't need Ben Simmons to give us 25 points a night. He just isn't that guy. Like, he's not that guy. He will never be that guy. We need to understand that.
I
Same
understand that
question.
completely.
What do we pay him millions for if he's not going to
Because
be that guy? I
he
understand
is
Ben's not going to
utterly
shoot.
incredible. Ben Simmons is one of the most well-versed, talented players in the entire league. He is a top 20 guy in the NBA. He is the best perimeter defender I've ever seen in my life outside of Kawhi Leonard's back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year years. Ben Simmons guards 1 through 5 fluidly. Not many guys can do that. Rudy Gobert can't do that. Most guys can't do that. Ben Simmons...
Draymond Green is the only exception.
Right, and even Draymond was questionable against ones, but Ben Simmons literally is equally as good against the 1 through 5. And then Ben Simmons in transition finds open shots at unbelievable pace. He is a phenomenal rebounder. He is a pretty good finisher, depending on if he wakes up that morning and gives a shit about basketball. But the only thing he can't do is shoot. And granted, that's huge. Obviously, that's a
No, like I said, I get that. I'm not denying his impeccable athleticism. He has it all. He can defend. I'm to the point where I accepted him not shooting. I just need him to be more aggressive at the rim. That's all I'm asking for. That is all I'm asking for. Give me 15 and 9. But if you went to the basket and got some free throws, I'll take that. I just need the aggressiveness. I don't need the 7 points. I don't need 2 for 6. Like. Go to the rim, Ben.
He doesn't get the fact that he's 6'10" and maybe the fastest guy on the court while being the strongest. But, like, that's kind of where, it's not even, I don't even expect him to do it any better. It's a shame. It's a shame because what we know he can be, but, like, I don't even expect him to be aggressive sometimes. Like, I just look at it, like, if he's aggressive, I'm like, oh, thank God. We're going to dominate this game. I wish he could, I get what you're saying. Like, I'm so on board with it. I wish, but...
Like, and then he's 6'10", and you not passing up, backing down the 5'8" defender. Why are you doing this baby hook?
I know.
Post him up and take him to the hole.
I know. He's so awkwardly, like, he's very awkward with how he plays the game, especially in the paint. Like, he is. Like, the way he finishes, it's always awkward. It's always like he is overthinking it. And it's like, it's really obvious and it's weird, but... I think he's worth the money simply because of how good he is in every other facet of the game.
I agree with you on that, but I'm looking up the stats right now. So how do I share the screen? Do I just hit the share screen button and it should work, right, Keith?
So you hit the share screen, but then you also have another link open to share it.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Just a link of the website?
Right. So say like you have a stat you want to put up, but you hit the share button and then it's going to give you the option to share the tab. You hit share the tab and it'll pop up.
Okay. So I'll do that in a second, but for the stats here, he's actually averaging the lowest points per game in his career this season with 15.2. He's averaging his lowest assists per game this year with 7.2, and he's averaging his highest turnovers per game this year with 3.5. It's actually tied with the 3, so I'll take that back. But with the points per game, I agree with Key on this. Like last night with Grayson Allen, you're telling me he can't back down on that?
Mitch, my man, I understand the point of aggressiveness, but you cannot look at statistics and say he's having a worse year off of statistics. Look at what his game is doing to this team this year. It's translating into wins, and Ben Simmons is arguably one of the leaders of the team. Ben Simmons is having he's had 2 bad stretches. Like, am I going to say and sit here and say he's had the best year of his career? No. But just because you're looking at his points per game, it's not looking good. I'm like, come on.
I mean, that's just the way I look at it. It's just
but basketball's evolved from that. Like basketball is about analytics, and it's about efficiency. It's about true shooting. It's about your impact on the floor. It's not like there is such a monster difference between a player's impact and a player's stats. Like, look at Tobias Harris. His year technically, really statistically, isn't the best year of his career. But you and everyone in this chat understands Tobias Harris is having the best year of his entire career off of efficiency, off of true shooting, off of just volume and what he's doing with it and impact on both ends. Like, Ben Simmons is giving best defensive effort I've ever seen this year. That's why his play, maybe his points are dipping. It's why this is dipping, that's dipping, because he's being an all-around player.
Yeah,
And
I
also,
agree with
Tobias is
that.
familiar with Doc Rivers' system.
Oh yeah, I said that. But before the season started, I was like, guys, I hope you're ready for Tobias Harris's breakout season, because what Brett Brown never understood was Brett Brown was like, I'm gonna turn Tobias Harris into an isolation scorer, and Tobias Harris is like, that's not me, man. And Doc was like, don't worry, bro, 3 or 4 dribbles on a possession, you'll score, and that's what he does.
I mean, I look at stats as a okay. How do I say this? Like, should I say it like a progression standpoint? Like, oops.
But there's the eye test, man.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
know.
mean?
I agree with you on that. Put my phone over there. Don't want to get distracted. But yeah, I agree. Ben Simmons, it's such a hard decision. Now, do you guys think this is his last season? I made a video on this. Daryl
You made
Morey
it
can
after
make
me,
it.
Mitch. Said you made it after me, Mitch. I saw that.
I didn't see it. Your title though. I saw it right after.
Sorry, I'm just playing.
I know, but I was like, oh damn. But is it his last season though? Like,
Depends on the playoffs. If we're a first, second round exit, he's gone. I promise you. I absolutely promise you he's
I think
gone.
that's what also Mitch said too in that video,
what I said.
or like saying like the scoop, and the way that Greg put it too. Like say they say second round exit, he's gone.
Yeah, there's no shot he stays. Why would he stay? There's no way. Daryl Morey doesn't want him on the team as is, guys. He made it evidently. Dude, we should have James Harden. If Fertitta wasn't an absolute fucking moron, James Harden would be on the Sixers right now, and Ben Simmons would be playing with Christian Wood and Kevin Porter Jr. in Houston. But he decided to take a way worse package and ended up getting like Kelly Olynyk and random shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
out of spite, because he doesn't want Daryl Morey to succeed. And you know what? Like, whatever. Rusty Buckets made a video about that a couple days ago. That was actually pretty good. But like, yeah, I don't see Ben Simmons making it another. If we're out in the second round again and it's not a good series, why would we bring back the obvious missing piece or the obvious problem? You know.
Now, who would you trade him for? Like, you can't go straight up. You would have to get a package, right? You would have to get like a couple draft picks, a couple role players.
You'll probably end up seeing something like. So, like, I would like to compare it to the Paul George trade. When Paul George was traded for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis, but, like, I think even more than that, like, I think Ben Simmons would be traded for, like, 3 to 4 starter-level guys. I don't think you're going to get a star from him. Like, what stars are on the market, you know? Zach LaVine? No. Bradley Beal? Maybe. But you know Bradley Beal and Washington's refusal to get rid of him, so probably not. Damian Lillard? No. Karl Anthony Towns? I think he's going to get traded at some point, maybe. But
He's on a trading block, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, the trading season's over, but yeah, and he's not. He's not gonna come to Philly. What do you think? Cat's gonna play with Embiid? No. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. It's an interesting conversation to be had, because I think the window of trading Ben Simmons is past, but I think it's going to be a continued window for probably as long as he's in the team. You know, as long as he's on Philly, he'll probably be talked about getting traded. Philly fans are brutal with him. I can't stand it, honestly.
And I think that's why I think Embiid's playing a whole lot better. Even without like for example, if Simmons is not on the floor, Embiid's pretty much stepping up.
Yeah, Embiid's also he's not a human. He's from a different planet. Like, I don't even consider him, like, when I think of, like, problems and things to fix, like, I will never consider Embiid as a problem or anything. Like, he's unreal. He's crazy. He's crazy.
I'm not going to mute Greg. Shut up. But I actually want to talk about this. But Key, are you there? Guess not. So I'll bring that up later.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just calm down.
Okay. I actually talked to Key and Greg about this one player, Otto Porter Jr. Now, Key is actually against getting Otto. Greg, you're for it. I'm in the middle.
How could you possibly be against a stretch 4 who can give you 15 points any given night off the bench without having to shoot the ball 10 plus times?
Key, didn't you tell me like you had a friend in Chicago that didn't like him at all?
Oh yeah, I had a Bull fan. And he wasn't too fond of Otto.
Yeah, but the
I
thing
mean,
is,
like every player, they need a different change of scenery. You never know, he might be good here.
But my thing is, like, people don't like guys for the contracts given to them. Like, look at Tobias Harris. Sixers fans would hate Tobias Harris last year because he wasn't playing up to his money. But if Tobias Harris was on a minimum contract last year, we would still love him because he's playing over a minimum contract. Otto Porter Jr. is getting paid way too much money. I'm the first one to acknowledge that. So on his current contract, it's obviously easier to dislike him because he's not playing up to his contract. But on a minimum contract at $800,000 or a minimum of $1 million in a year, there's absolutely nothing to dislike about him. Like, because even when he's bad, he's being better than $1 million. It's like Andre Drummond. He made $27 million. Like, no shit, everyone's going to hate him in Detroit and hate him in Cleveland. But he's making $800,000 for the Lakers. Like, he's obviously better than that value.
It's the same way. That's why I like Dwight Howard, because we're paid. He's on a cheap deal.
It's exactly the same with Dwight Howard because we're giving him a veteran minimum contract. That's why everyone loves what he brings so much because it's maximized. How you win in the NBA is you maximize every single guy's talent in correlation to the money that they make. If you can get every single player on your team to play better than the amount of money they're getting, you win.
Yes, Samuel, I know they announced that, but it's just something we're talking about.
I like Dwight's energy. Like, for him to be 35, he comes off the bench and plays phenomenal. Like, he gets you 10 and 13 off the bench.
Yeah, Dwight Howard's awesome. He's been absolutely awesome. Like,
yeah, because he's found the youth.
Yeah, well, he was really good for the Lakers last year. Like, LeBron James is the reason he turned his career around.
Well, obviously, he turns everyone's career around.
Yeah, exactly. LeBron is the guy you go to get your shit together. He's like a shrink.
You're telling me. Now, Ben McLemore, I think he's a buyout now. He's bought out. So I would take Ben McLemore.
Sign me TF up.
I agree with Greg.
Sign me up.
I'll make a video on that tomorrow as well.
One of my favorite players in the league. I made a video months ago, top 10 favorite guys in the league, and Ben McLemore is there. Why? I have no idea. I don't know why I like him so much, but he can give you 40% from 3-ish, kind of.
I mean, how old is he again?
He's young. He's like 26.
Yeah, still in the prime.
Yeah, oh God, please hope not he's in his prime, because if he's in his prime, that's a bad sign for his future.
Yeah. The thing I like about Ben McLemore is his shooting. I'm pretty sure we all like that about him.
Yeah, he's out of the gym athletic too. I mean, he's a pretty good defender. He's not great, but he has his moments. He shoots the ball when he's open. Like, surround Ben Simmons with shooting. Isn't that the point of the Sixers?
That's pretty much the key point.
Yeah, everything is to surround Ben Simmons with shooting. Ben McLemore can shoot. Bingo, bango, bongo. That's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. Key, you got anything to say about Ben McLemore? All right. You know what? Let's just talk about Embiid right now. Is he still an MVP?
Sorry.
Huh?
Sorry. I said spelled differently, golf. Sorry.
What are you doing? Ow.
It's nowhere near the same, but I appreciate the attempt at humor there, golf. Maybe you scratch that one, put it back in the lab, and start working on it.
No. I just want to talk about Embiid. Now, with him coming back, right? Do you see him picking up right away where he left off, or is he going to ease you back in a little bit? You know, Robert, let's start with you.
I say ease him back into it because he's coming off of he's coming back his first game back, and then we let him rest for the entire game. But as he starts, I think he's going to pick it back up where he left off.
I mean,
I don't think it's up to him To be honest with you guys, I don't really think it's Embiid's choice. I mean, look at his minutes. He's going to get minute restriction. He didn't play last night. He's not going to be able to go out and try and give that MVP type of performance. He's not going to win that award, A, because he missed all those games, but B, because they're not going to let him play. He's going to get 25 to 30 minutes on every other game if they're back-to-backs, and he's going to dominate in the moments he is, because look at last night or 2 nights ago. He struggled in the first quarter. He got to the line, didn't really hit his free throws as well as he usually does, but I mean, he ended up dominating when he started getting back in the groove. Like, he's incredible. He's so good. Like, he's so good.
And a lot of people are taking for granted, honestly. People with the amount of talent that Embiid has, we're not going to see another 7-foot guy take ISO and do a Euro step in. We're not going to see that.
Or run like a point guard.
Right, or step back and hit a 3 with 2 seconds left behind the 3-point line, or take another step back in the corner, has a contested 2 when 2 guys are. Dude, the shit that Embiid does is. I've never seen it before. I've never seen it before.
And that's the thing too. And I was watching or keeping up on the after we fired Brett Brown. Like, I didn't really want either to Lou Ty Lue or D'Antoni because I knew D'Antoni's system. When I heard about Doc Rivers, that's the guy I want.
Oh yeah, my first ever video on YouTube was reacting to like the coaching carousel and what I wanted. And my top 3 were Kenny Atkinson was number 1. Number 2 was Mike D'Antoni. And then number 3, I think, was Ty Lue. But this was before Doc Rivers got fired. And when Doc Rivers got fired, I was like, no shit, we go out and get this guy. Like, there's no reason this man lost his job. There's no way. I
think a day later, and then Embiid, or not Embiid, Brand signed him to a deal.
Exactly. It was actually, that week was insane because we get Doc Rivers a day after he leaves, 2 days after he leaves the Clippers. Daryl Morey retires and then comes and signs with the Sixers 36 hours later. I was like, holy shit. The Sixers all of a sudden care? They want to win all of a sudden? We're starting to make good moves? We've never made good front office moves ever.
It's not Doc Rivers' fault that they lost. He's not playing out there with the Clippers.
Yeah,
just telling them what to do.
He did have a really terrible series. He played Montrezl Harrell, and Montrezl Harrell got absolutely owned that whole series. And he refused to play Zubats when Zubats was clearly the better option. And his in-game adjustments were terrible. He played Lou Williams too much. He was not good. But it's still, you're right, it's not his fault. Because it wasn't. But he could have done a lot better.
Not to mention that you got Paul George and you got Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, you're right. And Paul George shooting the side of the backboard on corner threes.
Well, that's pandemic P. That's not him now. But,
playoff P is the funniest. Paul George, dude, I feel like he does that every playoffs. Outside of Indiana.
He does, yeah.
But I see him in the wide open corner 3. I'm like, I wonder what silly shit's gonna happen on this. And he just hits the side of the backboard, and I'm like, this guy is just.
It's just funny to me. We pay these guys millions of dollars, and when it comes up, he just collapses every time.
Dude, it shows you how hard it is. It really shows you how hard it is.
Yeah, because the postseason is a whole different level.
Yeah. Oh my God, a whole different level.
His
playoff record is it how shaky? I mean, he won an NBA Finals.
What was that over 10 years ago though? Or was that
It would be 4. No.
12. Was it 08?
Yeah, it was 08 with Boston.
All right. So 12, 13 years.
Yeah. I mean, has he done anything since?
He's had one good team.
Yeah, because I think back then you had the big 3. You got Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo.
Big 4. I include Ray Allen in that.
Oh, I forgot about Ray Allen.
Wait, who did you include before Ray Allen?
Paul Pierce.
And Rondo?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would really consider Rondo a part of that big 3, but yeah, he was good.
I just threw Rondo in there to be nice.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I'm going off topic real quick. Rondo? How many teams has this guy been on?
A lot. He's good, dude.
A lot.
A third of the teams in the league. A third.
I like Rondo. I like the way he plays.
How can you not?
Yeah, he was a Celtic. I hate Paul Pierce. That man is the worst.
Oh God. Like,
I mean, yeah, like he could have won last year, but like also look at if they made it out of that series, he goes up against LeBron. Like, all right, last year was the only other team that was good for Doc Rivers in the last 12 years. Like, I don't think his playoff record's shaky.
I'm
He
gonna
had
look
one
up
bad
his
series.
playoff record. Hold on. I actually want to see this.
He turned around an Orlando Magic team. He went to Boston, won a championship, turned around that team in literally 2 years, and then that team got old as shit. They traded him to Billy King and the Brooklyn Nets for 49,000 first-round picks, and then he goes to the Clippers.
Where's the playoff record?
Rondo's fun. Rondo's a funny dude. He is a weird, quirky guy, but he makes me laugh.
It's his playoff record. Doc Rivers is 91 and 89.
Right.
So almost barely above 500.
But that's if you think about it, all you need is to go above 500 in the playoffs, right? That's
true.
how you win championships, you know?
Yeah. Now, there's actually this other player that's on the buyout market as well. I don't know, maybe he is, but Larry Nance Jr. What do you guys think about him? I love
Wait, they bought him out?
Didn't they sit him out or something?
I would doubt that. I doubt that they did.
Now done.
I'll look it up again. But that's what I'd say.
I mean, Larry Nance Jr. isn't bad.
No, he's awesome. I don't think I would very highly doubt that the Cavs bought him out. They were asking for first-round picks in return, so they probably didn't just drop that guy like a bad habit. Larry Nance is good. Oh, Jabari Parker. Yay, Samuel. We can go out and get Jabari Parker.
Got it. I feel like he's one of those forgotten players in the league.
Yeah, drafted right before Embiid. Yo, I feel like he's 40. His knees think he's 42.
Because with Jabari Parker, because I remember he was on the cover on ESPN magazine that one year.
Oh my God, dude, how times change, man. Times change. I never liked Jabari. I always hated Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker. I don't know why. I had no reason to. I thought Jabari Parker was going to be the Sixers that year, too.
I loved him in college.
I think if Jabari Parker can give us 40% three, why not? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Samuel. You are right. He is way better than Korkmaz. That's on me. You're right. That's silly me. You're right, dude. I'm all on board for Jabari Parker. I love Jabari Parker again. Let's bring him into Philadelphia.
He's better than Mike Scott.
You're right.
Man.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what? I just thought about this. Greg, we all know who this player is, so I'm not going to ask you. But who do you guys think is the worst player on the Sixers right now?
Oh, Christ.
I know who Greg's is. You probably know who's mine, worst player on the
Like,
Wait,
guy
what's
who
the
gets
question?
minutes?
Who's your worst player on the Sixers, in your opinion?
I'm debating between.
Mike Scott, thank you.
I was supposed to say I'm debating between Mike Scott or Korkmaz.
It's Korkmaz, dude. It's not even a debate.
Mike Scott.
Look at the game
Mike
last
Scott
night.
is averaging more points than Mike Scott.
Mitch, how many times do I have to write this thing down for you? It doesn't matter on points. Mitch, Fergal Korkmaz has one good quarter every 7.5 games. He'll have like 11 points in the first quarter on some random-ass game and then never score again. Furkan Korkmaz thinks he is good at basketball. That's why he sucks. At least Mike Scott knows he's not good at basketball. Mike Scott comes up to a game every day, walks into the gym, puts his shoes on, and thinks, I'm terrible at the game of basketball. And he's right. Furkan Korkmaz puts on his shoes and thinks, I'm good. And he's not.
Would you want someone with that confidence?
No, because he is literally, Mitch, the worst player I've ever seen. I would do absolutely anything to get him off the team. I would cut off my left arm.
Okay, let's not go that far.
At least I know it died for something worth it. Like, I can't wait until the season's over, so I never have to see Korkmaz ever again. Because there's no way we re-sign him.
No, because he's also said he's going back to Turkey.
I hope he does. I hope he goes back and then commits a crime
That's
so
what
he can never come back over.
heard.
If he goes
Because
back
he realized
to
he's not
Turkey-
good enough to play in the league. At least
I
Mike
thought
Scott's
he
been
was
able
gonna-
to survive in
Korkmaz
the
was gonna get traded
NBA.
live.
What?
I said I thought he was going to get traded.
Mike
Korkmaz?
Scott or Korkmaz?
Korkmaz.
No one would
No
want
one would
him.
take it.
No one in this world.
I mean, they're
wants
No
him.
one would take
They're both-
Korkmaz or Mike Scott. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
They're
for
both
Why
right
would-
bad.
why would you- Why would you trade for Furkan Korkmaz?
As like a,
I would-
like a additional piece, I guess, if you need them.
I would rather run 4-on-5 than have Korkmaz in the game. Play a 2-2 zone.
You would rather have Barnes.
4-on-5, that's bad. Having Barney on the court, that's bad.
I'm doing it. I'll take Barney.
Dude,
I'd
Barney
trade
was so
Korkmaz
scary
for
growing
Barney.
up.
I'll give Barney like 1.2 million a year. Why not? I'm sure somebody on the other team is not dribbling up against Barney. I don't want to post up Barney. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Okay. Let's get off Barney real quick. He's like,
But like
"Well,
talent wise, Mike
I'm gonna have
Scott
a
and
nightmare
Furkan
now.
Korkmaz.
Thanks. Fuck.
Like when it comes to talent, neither of those guys are the worst player on the team. Obviously.
And like Greg said, I'm surprised how Mike Scott survived this league.
Yeah, well, that is true. But like, if you really just look at genuine talent, like there are guys where like Mason Jones probably is the worst player technically, but
I was just talking about on the Sixers, not in the whole league.
no, I know on the Sixers.
The
Mason
worst
Jones is
player in
probably
the
worst
league
player on
is
the team.
James Nalley, I think.
No, it's Furkan Korkmaz.
I think it's both Scott and Korkmaz.
I'm just
But
talking
like, if
about
you really
Giannis.
if you really look at it, like those two guys are we talk about them because they actually get minutes, but like the guys who aren't getting minutes on the Sixers obviously aren't as good. You know, like Brazdeikis or Mason Jones or some random no-name dude. But Isaiah Joe's better than Korkmaz.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And Paul Reed is better than Mike Scott.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't think. Now there's
like I don't
this
think
guy-
it's as close or as far. Like I don't. Paul Reed is like a great G League guy. He's gonna be good. He has potential, but like right now, he hasn't proved anything.
Sure. Now there's this guy who I'm actually going to interview on my podcast on the 17th. His name is David Melanger Jr. He's actually a reporter. So he was in Doc Rivers' press conference on Zoom last night, and George, I mean not George Hill. We were talking about. Oh, we were talking about Paul Reed, and he said that Doc Rivers said that Paul Reed is not ready for more playing time. I think he is.
No,
I think he is. He's not.
No.
Why?
What has he proven? What the hell has Paul Reed done in an NBA game?
He scored more points than Mike Scott.
Yo,
Last night.
you and your points, Mitch. Like,
I'm just
look
saying.
at, like,
I'm a
all right. So
numbers
Mike
guy, I
Scott
said
scores
that.
9 points. Mike Scott scores 9 points against the other team's starters. Paul Reed scores 10 points against the other team's garbage guys who literally never see play in the NBA. Like, tell me how that makes sense. You have to stop looking at statistics and saying that's what determines an NBA player, because it's not. Paul Reed gets an easy open dunk because the other team is looking the wrong way and scratching their feet because they don't know how to play in the NBA. Paul Reed's not ready. If Paul Reed was ready, Paul Reed would be playing.
I say give Paul Reed 1 or 2 years tops.
Yeah, at least another year. I think. Look at Shake Milton, man. Shake Milton's another year in the league. He didn't get all that playing time last year because maybe he wasn't ready. As much as I think he was ready and Brett Brown just fucked up, maybe he wasn't ready.
I think that was
Just
more.
like Isaiah Joe.
I think that was more.
Give him a couple of years.
You have to give Paul Reed a couple years. We're trying to win a championship, and we're just going to expect to roll out the 58th pick in the last year's draft and be like, hey, be our backup power forward. No, of course not.
I mean, he can be when the time is right.
Yeah, and the time is nowhere near being right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like
I get your frustration with Mike Scott, obviously, but Mike Scott is a better basketball player right now than Paul Reed.
all right, whatever. What's your vote?
Like Mike Scott had a decent game last night.
I mean,
He was 3 for 10, wasn't he? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he was like 3 of 8 from 3, which is better than Furkan Korkmaz.
Wait, what the hell? Sorry, but Paul Pierce is no longer with the ESPN.
Yeah.
yeah, we all knew that.
I just found this out.
Didn't you see what he did?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I know
god!
what he did. I just didn't know that he.
Best shit ever. He was the worst.
Oh yeah, without a
Literally
doubt. Yeah.
The dumbest analyst I've ever watched. ESPN is so bad.
Yeah, because they got the shittiest takes.
Yeah, and on purpose. That's the thing. I'm like, ah.
Like, a couple of the analysts that I rip on is Max Kellerman is one of them that I love to rip on, and Stephen A. Smith, from time to time.
I love.
Yeah, well,
Stephen.
those two are just like they're trolls on purpose. That's like Skip Bayless. Like you don't believe any of their.
Oh,
shit
Skip
he
Bayless
says.
is another one that I just do not like.
No, I don't. I refuse to listen to a thing he says. I actually really like The Ringer with like Bill Simmons and Kevin O'Connor and Logan Murdoch. That's awesome. The Ringer's awesome. If you guys don't watch that YouTube, or it's kind of like Bleacher Report except actually smart.
Hey, I got a right Bleacher Report coming on. We don't need to do that right now.
I'm sure Bleacher Report has their good writers, but like like when they just put up clickbait shit, I'm like, come on, dude. And their trade hypotheses, I'm just like, dude, we're not trading one guy for like the best player. It's like Ben Simmons for LeBron and AD. I'm like, dude, the Lakers aren't doing that, dude.
No. Just not despite the fact that LeBron is having a better, I don't want to say a better season, but he's playing at a whole nother level for guys. What's he, 36?
Yeah, LeBron will never get traded. They didn't actually have that specific deal, but like I'm just like exaggerating the fact that like they always have these ridiculous offers where I'm like, dude, do you understand value of an NBA player?
I still can't believe it. Like what?
They got fired.
Yeah, I just realized that.
I wasn't too surprised.
I'm not surprised. It's
I
just
kind of
like
was. You guys weren't surprised?
Huh?
You weren't surprised?
I wasn't.
I don't
surprised
know.
that he
Like, I get it. I understand why the man got fired, but like, I don't know. For some reason, I was just not expecting anything bad.
Because I wasn't I'm not surprised that he was going to be fired for something over that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, players do stupid stuff all the time.
Well, he's been out of the league.
It's forever, man. How long has he been? Like,
I mean, look at Gilbert
years?
Arenas. That's why he was gone.
It's got to be at least almost a decade.
right. You would think. Probably almost a decade. Maybe less. I bet he played a little longer than we think. I'm going to Google it. I hope I never have to see his face again.
So,
I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened like that. Like, did he accidentally put that on his main channel?
Who, Paul Pierce?
Yeah.
It was on his Instagram story.
No, I know, but like, did he
Instagram Live.
accidentally? Was it? No, I know, but like, was it like he should like accidentally didn't do close friends instead, and like just did like the whole world to see by accident, and he was just that faded that he didn't even know. All right, so the last year that he played, would you guys like to take a guess at the last year Paul Pierce played?
Was it 2017?
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
That was with the Clippers. I'm not
Unreal.
mistaken.
Yeah,
I was going
it
to say 2014, but
I would have thought, yeah. It wasn't even that long ago, which is crazy.
Now, do you think they'll take him out of the Hall of Fame because of this?
No.
No.
Dude, Karl Malone's in the Hall of Fame, and he is the worst human being alive. Karl Malone had a kid with a 14-year-old girl. You think
I know
Karl Malone's going to be chilling in the Hall of Fame, but they're going to be like, hey, Paul Pierce, no. No.
I mean, it's crazy, dude. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Karl Malone's like the worst human being of all time.
All right. Now, who do you guys think? Will Doc Rivers win Coach of the Year, you think?
Not yet.
No. No chance.
He was mine in like the middle of the year.
Quinn Snyder has that in the books.
You know who I think, though? It's like a little under the radar. Monty Williams of Phoenix Suns. He's like under the radar. I mean, you got him. You got Glenn Snyder. I'll throw Doc Rivers in there. Steve Nash, I'm guessing, or no?
Yeah.
I mean, with that stupid team.
Like, but it's Quinn Snyder. The Jazz are unreal. They've won 9 in a row again.
Wait, you're complimenting the Jazz? I thought you hate everything about it.
Well,
I'm not worried about them. They'll lose in the second round.
Boy, give them credit. You know, they were like bad for like more recent years.
The Jazz?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Like the Jazz.
Well, at least I'll give them credit for kind of retooling.
Oh no, they've done a great job. Their team is stacked. 1 through 11 really, really well. They all complement each other really, really well. There's great coaching. They all buy into the system. But they don't have a star, and they're going to lose in the second round of the playoffs because the Western Conference is 2-star power. It's too good.
Malone and Pierce, selective standards. Okay.
What does that mean, Nikki? I'm going to break that down into English.
I don't know. He's another Philly content creator. I'm going to have him on my next round table.
Yeah, I know Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Maul.
So he'll be on the next one. I got a couple of Instagram, I guess, creators that will be on.
I don't know.
Like, damn. Key,
like,
you still there?
Finals matchup. Who you guys got a finals matchup?
Okay. People he chose who they want it to be. Okay. Finals. I don't want to say the Sixers. I do, but I'm going Nets and Lakers. You're right, Greg.
So
I don't think the Lakers are gonna make it to the finals.
my thing is, man, the Lakers are in a sticky situation because they're quickly finding themselves into a buy-in game. Not a buy-in game, but a play-in game. LeBron's out. AD's out.
Yeah.
You know? But it is the Lakers. It is LeBron and AD. But it's going to be tough if they got to play, say, Phoenix in the first round or the Clippers in the first round, a 3-6 matchup, and then they got to go play Phoenix, and then they got to go play Utah. Like, holy shit.
They can do that down when all players back and healthy.
Yeah, but dude, that's the Clippers, then the Suns, or
then the Jazz.
And then the Jazz. And that's just if it goes 3-2-1. You could even play Portland, which is good, or Denver, who is hot as shit right now. The Lakers are in
and then Denver with a Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, Denver's really good right now. It's gonna be really interesting. I think it's gonna be Denver, Portland in the first round, and that's gonna be a 7-game series. And I hope Utah has just an absolute collapse and they get swept in 4 games in the first round. So I can go back on my video that I talked shit on that Rudy Gobert signing and tag everyone who commented on that and said, I hate you, Utah. I hate you, Utah.
Gobert is a big ass soft French fry, and I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah, that's well said.
Gobert is poop.
Mm-hmm. And he's getting paid $200+ million for it. He's a great interior defender, but outside of that,
he's number 1 in defensive player of the year right now.
Why? Because he had 9 blocks on one game. Get the hell out of here.
He's number 1. It's him. Ben Simmons is 3.
He couldn't do nothing against JoJo. JoJo made him look like how Shaq did Matumbo in the finals.
Can anybody do anything against JoJo?
It's Rudy Gobert at 1, Miles Turner at 2, Simmons at 3, McConnell at 4. I forget who was 5.
Oh, TJ only got up there only because he had 9 steals, so that moved him up 4 in the
yeah, they're like, oh my god, they're like a little tiny white guy. Let's put him in the Defensive Player of the Year award for all the people who are gonna be happy about it. Miles Turner though is for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Giannis is. I think Giannis was 5.
I think the defensive player is going to go to Miles Turner.
It should, but it's not going to. It's going to go to Gobert.
You think for 3 and 4 years?
Yeah, they don't give a shit about it. Defensive Player of the Year is a joke. It's like most improved. Those awards don't mean anything. They're all just.
So what awards matter? What awards matter? MVP, 6-man, coach?
No, none of them do.
Okay.
The Finals MVP and an MVP or and a Finals. The only thing that anyone cares about. You don't see LeBron really crying about it. I mean, he's upset about losing 1 or 2, but for the most part, he doesn't. They're not.
He's
Hey,
been-
look at
he-
Giannis, dude. Giannis should win the MVP this year, and he's not going to because it's a 3-year in a row, and they're never gonna do that. So there, by itself, it's just a joke.
What was I going to say? Second time.
I just hope Jokic doesn't win it.
Do you think, if it's possible, Embiid still wins MVP?
Say it again.
No,
I said, do you think
I
it's
don't
possible Embiid still wins MVP?
no.
I don't think so because, like, if he haven't got hurt, then he could probably be up there. But I think right now Harden's probably going to take that.
No, Harden won't either. There's no way. I promise you, Embiid and Harden aren't even going to be considered, especially Harden. After what he did in Houston, the writers will go out of their way to say "fuck you, James Harden." They won't reward him.
So
Everything
do you
I've
think
read
it will
from
be
people who
Jokic?
actually have a vote, it's
You think
yeah,
it'll be-
it's gonna be Jokic and like Giannis, maybe Dame, but no. Everything
Just
I've
a
read
sport.
from writers, they're all like,
Just-
they're not gonna let Harden, win just out of spite, which is screwed up. You know what I mean? Like I think, Robert, I agree with you, bro. It should be Embiid or Harden.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like say if Embiid haven't gotten hurt, I think it was a close race before Embiid got hurt.
I think Embiid would have ran away with it. I think he was running away with it, actually. I really do. I think it was a one-man race. It was becoming a one-man race. He was dominating. He was playing the best basketball of his career, and he was being consistent with it, and he was just all around. He was having his big moments. Like, a big thing with MVP is, like, you have to have your big moments, And, like, he hit that one game winner. Not really a game winner, but, like, it was a step back to, like, clinch the game. And then he hit that step back on national television to send the Jazz into overtime that we eventually win, like,
Just by the
Embiid
skin of
was-
our teeth.
oh yeah, Embiid was telling everyone I'm the MVP. He dropped 50 on Chicago. He was unreal. All on national television. These are all national television games. He ran away with it, but then he got hurt, which sucks, but
There's always next year.
yeah. And I'll take it, dude. You give the Jokic the MVP, let him lose in the first or second round as they do every year, and let the Sixers go win a finals. I'll take a finals MVP.
So you're saying they can win a final with Korkmaz?
No.
They're gonna accidentally get on the team flight and like go to the finals, and then Korkmaz will be like, "Where is everybody?" And they were like, "Oh man, we can't come back. We have a game in 3 weeks. Like we don't have enough time." So Korkmaz is just gonna stay in Philadelphia. They're gonna play their home games in Tampa just to avoid seeing Korkmaz in Philly.
Wait, is there a bubble this year for the playoffs?
No,
Nothing. I know the G League only had that.
yeah,
So there's no bubble.
I know they're doing that 9th and 10th seed again.
yeah. It's 7, 8, 9, 10.
I wonder who's in the 7th seed, like for the East.
The East, I think it's like Chicago's 10, Toronto's 11. It's
I'm
gonna be
looking up.
the Knicks, the Celtics. Atlanta's 4. Charlotte, I think it's gonna be Charlotte, Boston, New York, and Chicago.
So 6 is
Philly,
Charlotte.
Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Miami, Charlotte, New York, Boston is the 8th seed.
Yeah, and
Boston's
then-
8, Indiana's 9, Chicago's 10.
Ooh, Indiana. The Pacers suck, man.
I'm really hoping the Nets lose tonight because they're playing the Knicks.
Ooh, you see
I
what?
want the Nets to win. I hate the Knicks.
Bro, the Knicks are harmless, man. Why do you
I
hate
know,
the team?
but I
They're
just
so harmless.
love
Knicks
hating
are
on the
actually
Knicks.
good this year.
Yeah, they're not. They're just better
They're
than
gonna
they're
flop.
usually.
Like honestly, they're gonna flop.
No, but like they're good. Like they're pretty deep. They're a decent team, and like their defense is really good. Like the Knicks are a playoff team, I think, but they're a first round exit. So like, who cares?
Yeah, they'll play the Nets in the playoffs right now. Is what it looks like. And we play the Celtics. Now, the Celtics are playing. I got the Sixers in 6. So that's
In
huge.
6, that's not a good start to a playoff if the number 1 seed's winning in 6 games.
No.
I mean, what do you do? 4 sweep?
Dude,
Well-
we're the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The shit teams are just bottom feeders. It has to be. If it's not, it's a bad sign for what's going to come later. It has to be. And against Boston, we're not going to win in 4 games. We may not even win the series at all.
That's my point exactly. That's why I say 6.
Yeah, so like we need to hope to God that the Boston Celtics aren't the 8 seed, because we have this like problem with us that we just can't beat them.
You know who we have a problem with? Well, not anymore, but still kind of is. That's the Cavaliers. Because we lost it 2 out of 3. We just don't do well against small guards. We just don't.
We don't. Kemba.
Kemba's like, how has he been doing this year?
Terrible. He sucks.
Yeah, I know he's been doing it.
He can't stay healthy.
That and Brad Stevens has been shitty this year.
And I figure and the Boston fans want him out.
Yeah, they do. They're dying for him out. And they're literally not going to be able to trade him. No one will take him. No one will take his contract. I saw trade offers of Kemba, and the Celtics were attaching first-round picks. That's how bad
Kemba's
been.
averaging 18, 4 boards, and 5 assists.
Making max contract money.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
Like that's
Danny Ainge went from being a great GM to being the most clueless GM in the NBA. He dude, you had finally had the opportunity to just let Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum do their thing and go get a playmaking point guard. And what do? They go out and decide to get Kyrie Irving 2.0. Like, it didn't work the first time. What are we doing the second time around?
Oh, Samuel, why don't you like the play-in tournament? I want to know, actually. Because I kind of like it.
I love it.
There's more competition.
It's like a fair opportunity.
Yeah,
now,
and it makes tanking less of a thing. Because look at Chicago, a 10 seed in the Eastern Conference went out and traded 2 first-round picks for Nikola Vucevic. That would never have happened if there's no play-in game, guys. You know, the play-in game, it gets rid of tanking, and it's gonna be there forever. I think the NBA is gonna keep it forever.
Yeah. Now I think that is there like a tournament to get the lottery picks or something?
No,
I don't think so.
No, it's the worst teams that gets the lottery pick. So you're
I know that. I thought there was like a tournament or something coming up.
No, it's 14 teams, and you have a certain amount of balls in a thing.
Yeah, I know that.
Shuffle
I know how it
then,
goes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Washington's on that list because they think.
Yeah.
So does Minnesota.
Wow, dude, Minnesota just needs to give up.
I'm glad.
Move the franchise.
Malik Beasley's out for 3 weeks.
I love Malik Beasley.
Yeah, he's good.
One of my favorite players.
Thank God you brought up Minnesota Timberwolves, because I actually want to ask you guys this. Who's the laughing stock in the NBA? It may not be the worst team, but who do you think?
Houston.
Okay.
Oh, wow, so you got right on.
Houston, well, we all know the reason.
Get rid of Harden. First off, they get rid of Capella. Let's talk about that. You get rid of Capella. You think you can play this small ball. You think James Harden's going to win you a championship. No. So Capella's gone. Then you get rid of Harden. What? You get rid of Robert Covington. Y'all know he's the ex-Sixer, but he's still a good defender. I mean, and then you add a Victor Oladipo just to trade him. It's Houston.
Okay. Robert, what about you?
I would go with Houston, but I would say Minnesota because they got a lot of they got some decent talent on that roster. I think Anthony Edwards is something special.
Yeah.
Could be. Definitely could be.
I mean, you got Malik Beasley off your bench. You got Cat, D'Lo. I mean, they have good talent. Just not right build around them.
I don't know if I would use the word good talent after saying D'Lo.
That's why I say decent because they're not there yet.
D'Lo sucks, man. Laughing stock of the NBA. Let's think.
Don't say Utah.
Well,
No,
are you kidding?
No, not Utah. I think it's tough. I don't want to say Minnesota or Houston because you guys both said it, but I agree with both of you guys. I think Houston, honestly, is one of the better franchises in the past decade. So I think in general, I'm probably not going to say Houston because of their past success. Like, they're the only team that really gave Golden State a fighting chance. I think Daryl Morey was great there, and I think as soon as Morey left, they just purposely took that organization to the ground. Minnesota has to be the laughing stock to me because when's the last time Minnesota's been good? They've been doing this shit since before I was born with Kevin Garnett. They've never been able to field a good team, even with crazy talent. But, like, man, I think Washington's got to be up there. I was going to say maybe Orlando.
Detroit, because this is where all the players go to
That was
die.
I wanted to finish. I wanted Greg to finish so I could say.
But, like, even Detroit, like, at least they have a plan right now, you know? At least they're losing and they're aware that they suck and they are embracing the fact that they suck and they're not out there trying to trade for random shit. Like, I think there are so many bad laughing stocks of the NBA. Like, half of the Eastern Conference is my answer. The bottom half
I would
of the
not
Eastern
be
Conference.
surprised if they trade Jeremy Grant at the end of the year. I would not be surprised.
In the offseason, maybe.
Yeah.
I think why not?
Yes.
Maximize value.
Okay, what is Ben Simmons' trade value? Kind of touched on this a little bit, but
I don't know.
it's debatable.
I think
We
it's
would
up in the air.
definitely have to get a first for him.
But why?
Because
Who cares?
he'll still be valuable on somebody's team, but what team's going to want to pick up his contract? I mean, if Daramore really wanted to trade him, I mean, he got rid of our workers' contract. Somebody's going to be dumb enough to take him.
No, I mean it's not even dumb. Like Ben Simmons is a superstar. Like let's not compare Al Horford, a guy who is the shittiest human being alive, to Ben Simmons. Like
And
but
wife's a
why
piece of
go out-
garbage.
yeah, why go out and get a first round pick though? Like, what's a first round pick gonna do for Embiid? We have a 2-year window right now, guys. We need to win. So if we're not trading Ben Simmons for a superstar, we're not trading Ben Simmons at all.
Yeah, I agree with Greg on that. Wow, there's a shock. I actually agree with Greg on something. But seriously, we need right pieces to build around Embiid. Just a first round pick, maybe in 2024. But I would rather get 2 second round picks and 2 quality role players.
Nah.
Who cares about picks? Just give us 4 guys who can contribute to an NBA team. 1 who is a borderline or is an all-star. And 3 guys who can shoot the goddamn basketball at a high clip and can play good defense. Type of Gary Trent guys. Give me 3 Gary Trents and a borderline superstar, maybe.
Or maybe a Bradley Beal.
Yeah, well, of course. But we would have to give up more than just Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons and 2
Ben
firsts.
Simmons and Russell Westbrook, that would not work.
Nah.
Yeah, but you think they're going to care about Russell Westbrook when they get in Ben Simmons? They're just going to trade him somewhere.
You never know. But, yeah, that's just really tough. Robert, what'd you say to that? I didn't really catch.
I mean, I don't know, because I really don't want to. I'm with Greg. He's just a superstar, but if we're going to trade, we need like you said, need a 4 superstar or all-star players in return in a package. But for me, I wouldn't trade on. Not unless we say only exception is if it's a second round exit. That's my only exception.
Yeah, and you know what? It might not be too far from what's going to happen. Sixers are scary, man. They can be really, really good, and they can be really, really bad.
Yeah. And we're against the Celtics tomorrow, how I was just saying before. It's a real test for the playoffs because we might actually play them for a trap.
Yeah. I'm not really worried about Boston, but when it
I
comes
mean,
to
we
playoff
beat
time,
them
I'm
twice, so
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah,
I'm
playoff
well
time
aware.
now is a different story. When you play against a team 7 times in a row, it's easier to game plan against them. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
Who knows? But it doesn't matter. All right. How do you guys see the Sixers finishing off this season? Let me pull up the schedule here. I have it. Bookmark. Okay, so we got Boston, New Orleans, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Brooklyn. Those are the next 5. And 4 of them are away.
That could easily be 2 and 3, 1 and 4.
Yeah. I could see it being Boston.
I think we'll win 3 or 4 of those. Dallas is going to be a tough game. Because they're going to take Brooklyn more serious, Boston more serious, and they're going to be like, oh,
Well,
it's
Brooklyn's
Dallas.
home,
Dallas is hot.
so
Dallas is hot right now. What's up?
Brooklyn's home, so I'm just talking about the ways. So I got the win at Boston. I don't
I
have
feel
the
like
win
the
in
Pelicans
Milwaukee.
don't give us a run.
Pelicans?
I feel like the Pelicans don't give us a run. We're going to have that big old lead, and then miraculously, somehow, we stood up and win it. We win by 10, or we up by like 30.
Yeah. Pelicans are, weird, though, because, their defense is so bad, and their offense is so paint-heavy, and we have a pretty damn good interior defense. So, I'm not really worried about it.
Okay.
Wow. We're looking at later on down the schedule. We just said Bucks back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bring in that
it's like-
bitch, Giannis. Bring in Giannis.
Yeah,
Holy shit, I
he
want
got
that
he got
name,
something
dude.
coming for that.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Me and Mitch talked about this a million times. I don't even think he meant anything by it. He was just unaware of what his results of his action were going to be. But holy shit, did he mess up.
What are you talking about?
When he sat on midcourt.
Yeah. When he sat
So you
midcourt.
got
When Giannis sat down on midcourt after that overtime game.
And then he brought a cheesesteak to the press conference. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude, what do you... Yo, my thing is, Giannis, stop being a clown, bro. You've done nothing in the playoffs. You are literally a laughing stock of the NBA because of your lack of success. You and Mike Budenholzer are the worst playoff coach out of the 16 playoff teams every year. What are you doing, dude?
Not to mention that the Bucks gave Drew Holiday a 4-year extension.
For a lot of money. I don't hate it. I don't think it's good, but I don't hate it because, you can guarantee Milwaukee's going to be a top 3 team in the East for the next 4 years. Maybe they'll accidentally be good one of those years.
I want to play the Nets. No lie. I want to play the Nets with everybody healthy. I want a Durant. I want a Kyrie. And I want Harden. I want to see what our big 3 can do. Against them. I don't want them to take just Harden and that's it.
I'm glad you brought this up because I was talking about this with my dad a couple days ago. So, who would you have guard each one of their big 3? Who would you have them guard? Ben Simmons on
Ben's going to
who?
be on Durant.
Ben will be on Durant. Who will be on Harden?
Oh, I guess you could. Wait, what
I
was it,
don't
Greg?
know. Now let JoJo goes up against the Durant and you put
No.
Ben on either Harden or Kyrie.
JoJo will get cooked by KD. There are maybe 2 guys in the league who can guard Kevin Durant, and Ben Simmons is one of them. You have to have Ben Simmons on Kevin Durant. You're going to have Matisse on probably Harden, and I don't know what the shit you're going to do. That's
We're
why
going to put Tobias.
on Harden. Harden's going to dominate that man.
I mean, all Harden does is the little step back. That's a travel, but
No, Harden is the best offensive player in the league. There's no one as good as that man. He makes basketball look so easy. James Harden is going to single-handedly dominate Philadelphia. And Daryl Morey is going to cry because it's what we could have had.
Now, who would guard Embiid? Who would guard Embiid?
Nobody. Maybe Nick Claxton.
Absolutely nobody.
But also, this is my argument. I think Nick Claxton can guard Embiid as well as most guys in the league, and that's going to be good enough for Brooklyn.
But the thing about Brooklyn is so hard.
Then they got Griffin and Aldridge.
Yeah, but they're not going to have them guarding. They're just going to be offensive guys.
Yeah, because Brooklyn is horrible defensively.
Yeah, but they've been better.
Yeah.
They've been better. They may be horribly defensively, but they are probably the greatest offense of all time.
I mean,
Better than a 73-9?
I mean, just off paper, yeah. That team was way better defensively than the Nets, and that's why they were so much better. But, dude, you look at Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving. It's 3 of the best scorers of all time. It's literally 2 top 10 guys ever, scoring-wise. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't. That was the worst trade ever by the Rockets.
Because Daryl Morey pulled out. That's why.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not why. Daryl Morey had Matisse Thybulle, Ben Simmons, and 2 first-round picks, which is a better deal than what Houston took. But Houston's Fertitta, the owner, despises Daryl Morey, and he went out of his way to not trade Daryl Morey, James Harden.
I thought Maxey was in the deal. I thought
Maxey
it
was in
was.
the deal. It was Ben, Maxey, and Matisse.
And 2 firsts.
Mm-hmm.
It was never Daryl Morey hesitant about it. Daryl had that shit written in stone. He said, here, take Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and whatever the hell you want. And what Houston ended up doing was taking 3 more first-round picks that are going to be from 25 to 30. So if you, dude, it's the dumbest thing of all time. This is the dumbest trade ever by Houston. They destroyed their franchise for the next 10 years out of spite. I was going to make a video about it because I just think it's so ridiculous. Like, it's just so ridiculous how they just... That's not how organizations and businesses are ran.
Then do it. You're getting the views right now. Do it.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. If I feel it right, I'll make it.
Now, this is unrelated to basketball, but we're all creators, so this all fits us. Would you rather have the subscriber count or the views?
That's tough.
Views bring money. What do you mean? Views are what brings money.
I'm not doing it for money.
Yeah, like Greg said, views bring in money.
Views are the point. You know what I mean? If you get more views, you get more subscribers. If you get more subscribers, you don't necessarily get more views.
I know. I'm experiencing that right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, sometimes it's tough. Like, I feel like whenever I went through some weird lulls of not getting views, just I just have to push out more content. Just
yeah, exactly. Same here.
More. Like, if one video a day isn't doing it for a week, I'm gonna be 2-3 videos a day for a week.
When I took a year or two off, so that's what killed me. I took several breaks. That's what killed me. Because
you gotta get the algorithm back.
Not just that. I pretty much got it back. But I just lost passion for it during one of those breaks. I just I felt burnt out. I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was I made a video. I was taking a break, and I was off for a year or two. If you don't have the passion and you're not making money, it's why do it?
Of course. Even if you're making money and you don't have the passion, why do it? The day I don't want to do it anymore is the day I'm not going to do it. And that's with anything in life. That's not just YouTube. That's just life.
Yeah, but people do YouTube for the money and they don't even care.
Yeah, but that doesn't... Those people aren't happy. At the end of the day, I do...
fun of it.
Right, I mean, I do YouTube. I do whatever I do in life to be happy. And if I get money out of that, then hey, lucky me. That's what YouTube is for me.
Yeah. I just thought we should talk about that since we're all creators and it can help people in the future. That's the main reason.
It's definitely Dame right now.
Huh?
That's no question. Dame is better than Kyrie right now.
Oh
yeah, Dame's incredible.
Oh,
I mean, Kyrie is great.
But I think I'll take Dame over Kyrie because when it comes to crunch time, Dame's the go-to guy.
And he's going to do something cool as shit while he does it.
Joe, Paul Reed on Kyrie. That's funny.
I forget who they were playing, but you really fouled Damian Lillard at the 3-point line with 1.2 seconds left for them to win the game at the line.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. What was that? What game was that? It wasn't too long ago. I'm taking Dame over any point guard except Steph Curry. And if we're talking injuries, I'm probably taking Dame because I can't trust Steph Curry to be healthy for a season.
Yeah. I can see that reasoning.
I would still take Steph. I would take Steph over Dame.
Nah.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Joe says,
really?
Dame or Embiid, who's better right now?
I don't think you can compare those two players.
You can't.
That's not you can compare.
There's two different positions.
That's I don't know. Who would I rather
It's
have?
like who's better, Shaq or AI? You can't compare that. Shaq dominating his as a center, and AI was a good guard.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me ask you this: who do you think is better, Kyrie Irving or Allen Iverson?
Iverson.
Iverson.
AI got more heart. Kyrie ain't got no heart. They was like,
This is where I disagree with you all. Sixers bias aside, I think Kyrie Irving's a better player than Allen Iverson.
Are you talking about just handling wise, or
No, as an overall basketball player. I got so much shit for it in my stream because everyone obviously is a Sixers fan and they're like, AI. But I'm like, guys, like think about it for a second. Better shot, Kyrie Irving, no debate. Don't even try debating with me. Better handle, Kyrie Irving, no debate. Don't even try and debate with me. Better passer, probably Kyrie Irving. Clutch, Key, you're right. AI. However, let's go back in time for a second. Who did win that game winner against the Golden State Warriors? That was Kyrie Irving on Steph.
I've
better
always
take
told
you
people
to
that Kyrie should have won the MVP and not LeBron because whenever
All right, let's
LeBron
not get
couldn't
out
do, Kyrie bailed him out. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Bailed him out. LeBron James blocked Iguodala and saved that series and averaged 40-plus points a game.
Wait,
and
bailed?
led the
Who
team
said
in
that?
every statistical category. What?
wait, never mind. Who's better
LeBron
at
James is the
taking
greatest
the
player of
rack?
all time, and not only
He
that,
is.
he is the best
He's going to
player.
break
in all
Kareem's
seasons.
all-time scoring record.
And he's going to be top 5 in assists, and he's going to be top 15 in rebounds, and he's the all-time playoffs points, and he's the greatest player of all time.
He's going to be least.
Has done so much. That's like saying Ray Allen won him that one finals. Yeah, he had a great big shot. Don't get me wrong. Ray Allen saved his legacy, but LeBron James was like 40, 10, and 10 in every playoff series. Like 2016 was all LeBron. Kyrie Irving had a huge shot. Bailed him out maybe is a little much, but I see what you're saying. But I'm taking Kyrie over AI.
During one of my podcasts when Greg was on, we had a heated debate. We were back and forth. Greg, do you know what I'm talking about here?
No, I don't.
It's when you want to stay on a team. Loyalty. Is loyalty important? Yes, and obviously, Greg, I know where you're at. You know where I'm at. But Robert, where are you at?
Wait, what was the
Loyalty. Is loyalty important?
Like, what do you mean? Like, because I mean, if I remember, it's like, is loyalty a thing? Is that even real?
Yeah. Wait,
I'd rather have a team. Not a team. I'd rather have a player. I'd rather have a player stay on the team for the whole thing and grind it out for a championship like what Dirk did, what Dame is going through. Like, I'd rather have that instead of having a player hop from team to team trying to win the ring. But it's just like, that's just me. I'd rather have...
But that's not real, dude. Like, you're living in a fantasy world.
because
Like, not even a player. The owners have... The NBA is shitty. The NBA owners don't give a shit about players. And we just have this weird idea that, like, players have to have more loyalty to their teams. Like, I understand people's hatred towards James Harden and Anthony Davis and Paul George and what people have going through. But, like, owners trade Isaiah Thomas, like, a week after his sister dies. Danny Ainge doesn't give a shit about his guys. Owners, GMs don't care about any player. So why should a player care about their team? They shouldn't. It's such a one-sided street. Loyalty is not real, and it's so unnecessary. It's not important. We get too attached to these things.
Didn't he sign a 10-year day contract somewhere?
Washington.
Yeah, with was it? No, it wasn't Washington, was it?
Where'd he go? He back to Washington?
No,
I'll
I
look
don't
it
think
up.
so. I think Isaiah Thomas went to
All right, let me Google it real quick.
I got it. Hold on.
he's wearing Kobe's number.
I think that's
Yeah.
the Washington. How do you spell Isaiah Thomas? I'm really going to blank.
He's
I
with-
think it's IAIH. Oh, the Pelicans. You're right, Samuel.
Why did I think it was the Wizards?
Like, loyalty should be respected, yeah, but like
It's not a real thing.
It should be respected, but not expected. There's a human. Look at like what we're doing with Bradley Beal. Like, we hate the fact that he's loyal.
But we respect how good of a player that he is.
Yeah, but who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Who gives a shit about loyalty? It's a
And that's
joke.
another thing. And
Think about JJ Redick right now. He's complaining about the Pelicans where he got traded to.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
Wait, can you say that again, T? You were bringing up.
JJ Redick.
Yeah, what about him?
How New Orleans just shipped him to Dallas.
Because JD want to go to Brooklyn.
Because he has a home in Brooklyn.
Because he has a home close to the East Coast. He did not want to go to the West Coast.
I don't blame the guy, but general managers don't give a shit about you. Why should you care about your boss?
Didn't they ask? I think they asked him if he wanted to go to Brooklyn, would trade you there, and then they were like, no.
That's not what I heard.
He wanted to go to Brooklyn. He has a house there.
Yeah, that was like known. They said that JJ Redick was expecting a buyout, and Brooklyn was expected to sign him. That was the noise. Until they just traded him like an hour before 3 p.m.
That's another thing, dude. I think also the league's become a little bit soft nowadays.
In what way?
Like how the bad calls from officiating. They like say it's not a foul, but they call it anyways.
Yeah.
It's like back and forth with officials.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on the refs.
Technical foul heavy.
Extremely. They hate Dwight Howard so much. It's like hilarious.
Like take it this way. Montrezl shoves it, but Howard gets ejected.
I freaked out about that. I was mad in my YouTube video. I was so mad.
Even
it's just like I think it's very based off of like personal beliefs of players. Like just like your reputation gets you technicals, which is not fair.
All right. Before we end this off, I just want to say, Robert is so close to 50 subs. Just someone give him a sub. Get him to 50.
Oh, I got you right now. What's your
It's in the description, bro. It's in the
it.
description.
Philly Sports Podcast, right?
Yeah.
I'm number 50. I got you.
And you got buy me a coffee. Wow. Okay.
Hey, I'm desperate for money.
We all are. I respect
Hey, it's a
that.
pandemic.
Yeah, one of my favorite YouTubers are actually I'm close with. Running back Philly. He's got one. He does all that. Yeah. So I think we. Wait, were you saying something? Okay. All right. I think we should end it here unless there's any questions for us or just like any topics you guys just have that you want to bring up real quick.
Everybody go subscribe to my YouTube.
You're 51, Samuel. There you go. And I'm telling you, Robert, Tyler is a great editor. He's a great guy. I'm just telling you. You guys are going to kill it.
Because earlier, because I was in classes, I didn't realize I have over 30 videos. I don't have a goddamn outro. So I boot up Canva and make an outro. So I could have fucking done this earlier.
Dude,
I don't even have an outro. If you need like intros and stuff, go to Intro Champ, and their intro's only $5.
Well, because my brother made my intro. I just need an
have an
outro.
outro. Honestly, I don't.
I have nothing.
You have an intro. You just
Intro Champ has outro too.
I had intro, and then I was like, "This is pointless. None of it matters." And deep down, none of it matters. Nobody cares. If you make good content and if you're consistent, they'll subscribe. But I'm telling you, if you want to do well on YouTube, put out something every single day. Every single day.
Consistency.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Do it.
Because other than I'm coming to the Major Fort, I'm trying to do my best, but I'm trying to get into the Union this year.
Oof.
What are you trying to get into? I'm sorry.
Try to get into the Philadelphia Union.
Oh, okay.
Try to go 5 for 5.
My knowledge of soccer is not good.
Yeah, mine's
Jalen Suggs is
mine's
incredible.
No, Samuel's says how good do you think Jalen Suggs is?
He's a stud. He's a top 5 pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody
He's
will
top
touch
5.
Cade Cunningham. Nobody will touch Cade Cunningham. He's the most NBA ready player since LeBron James, maybe Zion. Cade Cunningham's an absolute stud. He's going to be an all-star in 2 years. But I think Jonathan Kuminga's a stud. I think Jalen Suggs. Evan Mobley is going to be the second pick. Then I probably have Suggs at 3, 4 Jalen Green, 5 Jonathan Kuminga, and then from there it drops off. But that top 5 is like top 5. There are 5 guys who would have went number 1 last year.
Yeah, this
Because
draft
Zion
price
and
is
Baylor in the finals right now.
I know. I'm excited. I'm about to watch it.
yeah, so am I. I'm not
Yeah,
going
so
to
am I.
I
and
hope
play
Gonzaga
Fortnite, but
gets
that's just me.
smoked.
All right. You know what? Thank you guys for everyone for being on for the first 76ers roundtable. It was great. I'll try to fix this echo. I just don't know, but great job, guys. And Key and I are actually talking about doing a Philly podcast. Is that right? You and I were trying to figure something out.
Just like, weekly stuff that's going on around Philly, what's going on. That don't have to be consistently with the Sixers. It could be Philly Flyers, Eagles, whatever.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, it's just something. I got my podcast on Saturday. It's just like got stuff coming up. Yeah, thank you guys, Robert. You and Tyler are gonna kill it.
So I got a couple videos coming out this weekend.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's been editing already.
Key, I'll go follow you right now.
Well,
too.
well, I haven't sent him clips yet, but I did email him what my intro and outro are going to be for how I'm going to put my videos together.
Okay. Yeah. He's my co-host so for my podcast. So I'm just saying here, don't work him too much because I need him as well.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to overwork him.
There you go. And he has a job too, like a very good.
Yeah, he and I we're talking back and forth. Try to work it like an editing schedule for him.
You think you think Suggs is going to be the next Lonzo?
I don't know.
Debatable.
I doubt that.
I can't.
In what ways, guys?
It just said.
No, I know what he said. What do you mean? Like, I want to hear your guys' opinion on this before we go.
I just think he's got a better shot. I think he's got more potential than Lonzo does. I don't want to look at numbers because Greg will yell at me again.
What is your belief on Lonzo?
I want to look at Jalen Suggs' numbers and Greg will yell at me again.
What's your belief on Lonzo Ball?
I mean, now he's gotten better. I mean, he fixed everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's become a better shooter.
He's a stud.
Because that shot he had
It was better than he's a better jump shot than he had. But then he had. Yeah, exactly. But the Lakers, like he had shot off to this one other side.
Yeah, now he's a stud. I think he's a stud. I think he is. It just depends on situation for him, but like I think if he was in Chicago, he would have some type of all-star.
I've been seeing stuff the Lakers talking about, so they should go back and get him. Why?
He's a stud, dude. He's so good. So
I would have took Lonzo here in Philly.
Oh my God, yeah. I would have been like, take whatever the hell you want.
Take Cork Mars, take Scott. Here you go.
Yeah, and like 4 first-round picks.
Like his brother LaMelo he's got something.
Melo's had out of all 3 ball brothers, Melo's better one.
Of course.
Yeah, I said that since 8th grade.
Yeah,
LaMelo
like
might be
LeAngelo.
a legitimate all-star, like a perennial all-star.
And LeAngelo can't catch a break.
Yeah, he sucks. He's too busy stealing things.
If he didn't steal those glasses, we might be talking about something different. But then dropped and stopped.
Maybe.
His stock was dropped before that.
Remember, he was the best one in high school.
No, I'm still taking LaMelo.
He
in
was.
high
No,
school.
I'm not saying prospect-wise, but like on that team in high school.
No, Jello was the better one.
He was. The best.
I thought you were talking about
putting up like
points.
30 plus a game. Like they knew that he wasn't as good as like Lonzo was supposed to be like the man, but Lonzo was the man.
All right, let's end this. Unless anything else, because I really want to watch this final game.
I know, me too. Thank you for letting me hop on your stream as usual, Mitch. I had fun. And
Yeah.
Nice meeting
And
you.
Robert, really quick. I suggest what Greg does. I told him about this, and he's been doing this like nonstop. And do live broadcasts during the games. People love that. Greg's been going.
Oh yeah, I did that. I tried to do it. I did it the other
Yeah,
time.
I was on yours.
Yeah, Mitch was on when I did the Warriors game, and also I did the Lakers.
Yeah.
I hate the late games, but hey.
If you watch it, you might as well stream it. That's my belief on it.
I've done, let's see, last season I did the Phillies. I think I got like maybe 250 views from that all overall. So the live streams, especially if it's something they into like the Phillies, you definitely get some
My
play from there.
streams do well.
Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing the show tomorrow. Hopefully, my guys in the network. This is a new show they got called Turn Two. Strictly, talking about baseball. So we're going to be streaming the Mets and the Yankees because one of the guys is a Mets fan, and of course they're playing us. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
Nice, cool.
All right.
Now, that was kind of what my plan was anyway.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun, man.
Like,
I mean, I only
did
did
that once.
I only did
and it was
one
great.
on my channel.
You should just honestly I don't know. It's a really good way to create friendships with your followers, and that's just consistent views. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I probably have 8 or 9 people who come out consistently to a stream, and then outside of them, I'll have a couple people hopping in and hopping out.
yeah, that was kind of well, I was not really my plan, but since Mitch brought it up, I'm going to try to at least do that every now and then again, when I can.
Play around with it. And the more subscribers you get, I didn't do it when until I had a pretty decent number. It took me a while to want to do it because it's hard when no one's in your stream.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm not really too worried about it.
There's no point to worry, dude. In due time, it's just.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, it's right now. It's for me. I'm just trying to do it my own stepping stones.
Baylor is up 16-4.
Let's go.
Here go Baylor.
All right, guys, let's end it now. I want to get.
Yeah, I want to get to.
All right,
All right.
talk to you
See you
guys.
guys.
Robert, I'll DM you.
Later.